As
Welcome
always,
back
welcome back.
to this week.
Just the week.
This week.
It seemed like you had an occasion in mind, but
No, it was. I mean, we had a snowstorm.
that is
That's
true.
right.
Yeah, it's pretty icy out there in the Midwest, really everywhere. Up until
Yeah.
even you're getting close to Chicago, a big old snowstorm came through the Midwest. So
Yeah, I kind of wish this was a barrel-proof night,
Mhm.
but it is not. It is a substitute night. So
that's right.
I feel like it was probably 3 months ago, we were talking about, if I walk into like 3-5 liquor stores, I can find Buffalo Trace.
Mhm.
And I feel like since those words came out of our mouth, it's been gone.
Sure, haven't seen it.
No.
Yeah, like you said, the point of this episode was to figure out when you can't find Buffalo Trace, which seems to be every day nowadays, what's your go-to in terms of replacing it?
Yes. So this is going to be not what is better than Buffalo Trace. This is going to be what's the copy, how close can we get to Buffalo Trace?
Mm-hmm.
So in some of our research, we went up on Reddit because that's where credible people post things.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So just to give a hint of what a Buffalo substitute could be out there, we had Wild Turkey 101.
Okay.
We had Early Times, Weller Special Reserve. We had Old Forester 100, Old Forester 86, Russell's 10, Four Roses, Blanton's.
That's a good sub.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good sub.
Colonel E.H. Taylor.
It's another great sub.
That was a
Because
good one.
if you can't find Buffalo, you're going to find that.
Absolutely, especially at a decent price.
Mm-hmm.
And Ancient Age and Evan Williams.
Okay.
So ultimately what we did was we took a look at some of the better answers, not Blanton's.
Yeah, so we looked at certain characteristics, like and price was kind of the biggest thing, and
Absolutely.
also proof. We didn't want to pick like 110 proof bourbon that would, kind of blow it out of the water in terms of heat, in terms of substance. So we settled on 1792 small batch, which is pretty much widely available everywhere as far as I know.
Pretty close. It kind of dipped a little bit, oddly enough,
Mhm.
and then it kind of coming back, but
Okay.
it was never hard to find, I feel like even a year ago.
Mm-hmm. And then our Larceny, you have this in a decanter, so
I was nervous to do this version of Larceny because the decanter series is really the upper tier of Larceny, as we all know.
Yeah, sure.
So this is the highly sought after Larceny small batch. It's a 92 proof.
Really elevating, yeah.
Yeah. So keep your eyes out on the decanter series
Sure.
of Larceny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nice, good plug there.
Yes.
And then last but not least, the small batch Bowman Brothers. So
Yes.
all three compared to Buffalo Trace are similar proofs, as I said, and that similar, $30, $35 price range.
Yeah, I'll go through at least the quick mash bills real quick because that was something that I was trying to kind of bring together as well. So Buffalo Trace starting out with who we are trying to essentially copy, if you will.
Emulate if you want.
It's a great word.
Yeah.
I love that word.
If you want it.
So I could take that word?
Yeah, take it, man.
We're emulating the Buffalo Trace, as
there
we
you go.
said.
Much better.
So the mash bill here, undisclosed, but it's rumored to be number one, which is going to be the 10% or less rye. But the Bourbon Bible actually says that Buffalo Trace takes mash bill 1 and mash bill 2, which is 12 to 15% rye, and just mixes them. Bowman Brothers, this is actually, I'm curious how this matches up. So this is kind of like Buffalo Trace's second cousin.
Okay.
So this is made by Buffalo Trace, same proof, same mash bill, allegedly, and then they move it to Virginia for triple distillation and aging. So Larceny was kind of the wild card here because this is going to be your wheated bourbon,
Yeah.
but it's so smooth, very sweet, to where when we were talking about Elijah Craig small batch, when we were talking about Wild Turkey 101, like what was going to take this kind of fourth spot in our blind, Larceny didn't fit the bill, but it did, I think, flavor-wise. So then you have your 1792. That mash bill also undisclosed, but they do mark it as a high rye, so they mark it around the 15 to 25%.
Gotcha.
So we'll kind of see what kind of comes through. We have kind of our North Star Buffalo Trace, which is
right.
going to be our engraved Glencairns.
So that's identifiable, yeah. And then the other three
We're going to
juggle up and
mix them up because I do kind of have a suspicion on what's going to fit best. So I do want to mix them up. Also the Glencairns, if you want to join on Patreon, these are for free for our $10 a month one.
yeah.
Yeah, $10 a month here.
So wait, give us a quick sec to shuffle these and we'll get going.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we are shuffled up. I do not know my left from right, or the middle one. Really, all three. I don't know.
That's a good point.
So all three of them, I'm completely blind. But
Look at you.
Yeah, man, we really did a good job this time. So as we discussed, this top guy with the label on it, the BB for me, and the
absolutely impeccable engraved Glencairns.
Yeah, from Ben.
That's what
from
you're
from our guy Ben. Yeah,
yeah.
The impeccably engraved. You have the full logo over there. This is our North Star, as you said. This is our Buffalo, so we'll kind of use this as our guide.
Yeah.
Just like the North Star.
I mean, how else did Columbus get to America?
Anyway.
You're not going to cheers the people?
Well, I haven't taken a sip yet, but you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, to you guys, thanks for being here for another episode. We'll dive in, I guess.
Keep going with it. Here it is.
Cheers, guys.
To smoothness.
Appreciate it. Yeah, to smoothness. This reminds me of Buffalo Trace.
That's weird. I get nerds. I get like a grape and pink, because I don't know if it's cherry or strawberry. It's just...
It's a light candy.
It's the definition. We're not saying anything that's new. It's the definition of, hey, I want to try bourbon. What should I try? And if Buffalo Trace is on your buddy's shelf, it's there.
Sure.
Like that's what I would point to.
Right. All right.
You get slight oak coming through, but it's so smooth and approachable. For $30, it's ridiculous.
Okay, so start with left hand, right? I think that's what we've traditionally done, I should say.
Yeah. Whatever makes your night easy. Ooh, kind of like that.
Yeah, see?
Got a little oak in there,
Quite a bit of oak.
but a lot of sweetness on there. Let me see. I gotta be honest with you. That nose is close. A little side
There's
by
a
side.
little...
Give me a side by side.
A little different. Well, I just did it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there's a little bit of more of an oakiness, like a deeper, sweeter type of thing, but...
I'd go a little more cherry forward, and then this one I would go a little vanilla, but I mean, you're kind of splitting hairs when you're talking about some of the tasty notes that you would get, or I guess nose from Buffalo. But that nose is a little close.
That's nice.
A surprising amount of oak, just kind of based off of the age statements that we were reading. I didn't think they would be so forward. I do get a little more peanut on the taste, actually.
Yeah.
So I think I know who this is, just kind of knowing who the distillers are.
Right.
But the noses
Are similar, for sure.
The smoothness is there. A tick down on sweetness, but it does hang around on the mouth. I mean, it hangs on the tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
Once again, I wouldn't call it viscous, but when you're in this under $30, $35 range,
It's tough to ask for that.
I wouldn't expect it that much, but ultimately it's very smooth.
Okay, I'm going middle.
That's close. I'm curious what these other ones are now.
This is nice and light and sweet as well. It's like almost like a drizzle of honey.
I will say these glasses are really cold.
Okay.
It's probably because we're in an Israeli prison.
Israeli.
or a parking garage. But
where there's like ample room for a breeze to sweep through. Yeah, the glasses are slightly chilly.
I'll definitely go honey. I get kind of like a orange, like a navel orange.
Okay.
But there's a brightness to this one where there's a little more depth on the Buffalo Trace.
But this is like nice and like light and sweet. Like this is like you say orange. It's not like a deep orange. It's like a light candied orange like you'd have in like an old fashioned type of thing.
Yeah.
It kind of continues. Kind of the same orange honey.
Yeah. It's fine. I wouldn't call it a copycat of Buffalo.
Mm-mm.
I'd be tempted to put the A or glass 1 maybe closer to it. Revisit Buffalo. Yeah, there's a more oak. There's just a little more meat on Buffalo than what this is presenting.
Mm-hmm.
But brand new to bourbon, I walk into a store, this would be one that I would feel confident picking up over many that we listed that were comparable to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no harshness on this at all.
Yeah.
I would even argue Buffalo has a little bit more feeling, a little more Kentucky hug than what this does.
That's super light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last but not least. Can't know it's least if I don't know what it is, you know?
That's true. God, my glass is so cold.
There's not a whole lot here for me.
It may be because it's cold. I mean, we're in it.
There's a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. That really opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little bit more banana. Wasn't expecting banana out of this lineup.
What's that nut that's in like banana bread? Is it pecan? Walnut?
I was going to go walnut, but...
Yeah, it's like a banana walnut bread for me.
It really opened up when it warmed up. That was shocking.
We should just toss these in the microwave real quick before we come down.
Man. There's a great nose to it. I would definitely see your banana bread with kind of that cinnamon to it.
Mm-hmm. For being I mean, what's the top out of these other three? 93 proof, you said? Or I'm sorry, 93 proof?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the cap on these three, that has a lot to it for being that light.
It does start to kind of change into a leather, actually, as well.
You think so?
So it does kind of evolve as I start to kind of swallow.
Mm-hmm. I like that better, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
If I were to rank the 4, Buffalo would be number 2.
So you do drink a lot of whiskey. If you took a step back and said, hey, I'm brand new to whiskey, does your answer stay the same? Because this is...
I mean, I think so, yeah. None of the 4 are scary. Like, they're not super hot. They're not super pricey to the point where if you buy somebody a bottle and they don't like it, it's a waste type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, in that sense, no. Like, if I'm new to bourbon, all 4 of these would be great, you know, starter bourbons to kind of get your feet wet and try something that's cheap, something that's pretty easy to get down, to decide whether you like bourbon in general or not. But, so in that sense, no. To answer your question the long way.
I think I'm with you in terms of this may be my favorite. I don't think if I was brand new, I think I would pick Buffalo over it because of the intense sweetness that it has.
I think I'm with A being this most similar to Buffalo, C being my favorite of the 4.
Okay. I'm going to give B its due real quick.
It's just it's almost too light. Like Buffalo has more to it than this.
So I would say in closeness to Buffalo Trace, it would actually be 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what I enjoyed, it would be 3 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Should we figure it out?
Yes. So the closest, no, we'll do best first.
Best first, okay.
1792.
Yeah, and to me, it's including Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
If I'm going 1 through 4, that's 1, Buffalo's 2, I think.
That's a good point, because I'm answering as a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I agree with you. Like this has a complexity and not a dryness, because it makes it sound like your tongue goes dry, like the high tannins.
Mm-hmm.
But it has kind of that earthy leather finish to it that I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. So,
if you have been drinking Buffalo Trace for a while and you're ready for a next step but not heat, it's 1792.
Yeah, agree.
If you're looking for, or I guess you look for Buffalo Trace and you cannot find it, it's this glass.
It's the one far left, and that is Larceny.
So the wheated bourbon risk panned out.
Which leaves not our favorite nor closest Buffalo Trace. That is our Bowman Brothers, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what I will say is, so take this for what it is. You have the Larceny in the decanter.
Mm-hmm.
So for the people that go out to buy Larceny to maybe do a side-by-side of Buffalo and Larceny, your first sip is probably not going to be as smooth as what we had tonight. So,
wow. Okay.
The Decanter Series Larceny is as close as we can get to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. The Decanter Series.
Yeah,
and
just the Larceny.
Yeah, and if you're looking for something maybe, you know, a little bit one step up, if you will, from Buffalo with the same price point, $17.92.
Interesting.
Cool. Well, that brings us into our next order of business. If we have another order of business, I kind of just segued without really a destination.
You did. I'll pull you back from that cliff and give you props on an undefeated week on Patreon.
That's what so National Championship was this past Monday. Kind of a snoozer of a game. But yeah, went 4-0, so I want to say 38-25 on the year, which is a nice record so far.
Fantastic record.
And we have the NFL playoffs to go. And then we'll probably take a little break and get started back up this summer. But
I get the notifications just to make sure that it actually works.
Yeah, so you signed up.
It does.
You
it does work.
Yeah.
Ultimately, so if you like what we're doing, if you've seen some previous videos and you're back, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it.
Like, subscribe. There is a Patreon link down below in the description. I think that's it.
To you guys, thanks again. How long can I say Happy New Year before it's weird?
Today.
This is my last one, or it's already weird?
It's already weird.
Happy January, fellas, and women as well.
Yeah. We don't discriminate.
Well, no, and the women as well.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.